This video is sponsored by Call of War, a free online World War II strategy game. Click the link in the description to claim an exclusive gift and a 1-month premium subscription absolutely free. A dark curtain of clouds provides cover for the trespassers. Two bombers rattle across the frigid firmament, each one pulling along an engineless glider. And on board, British troops, some as young as 18, prepare for the drop. They are to land and locate the Grouse team, a squad of 4 elite special operatives from the Norwegian resistance, and together they will scale hostile mountains, infiltrate the German-occupied Vemork hydroelectric plant, and destroy what they find. Their commanders have told them that buried deep in its basement, the Germans possess the makings of a weapon that could win them the war in a matter of months. Already, Norway and much of Europe has fallen to Adolf Hitler. Jews are rounded into concentration camps and cities left in ruin. Now the British sabotage mission is beset by violent weather. Chunks of airborne ice besiege the bombers, and the tug that clings to one glider freezes and snaps. The glider plummets and crashes into a mountain. Not far from the crash site, the second bomber also crashes with its glider. Many are left dead in the husks of their aircraft. Survivors crawl out and soon find themselves in the custody of German secret police, the Gestapo. Some are killed on the spot, others interrogated under torture. Hitler has flouted international law and demanded that all captured commandos be put to death. Thus, execution is the fate of all who participated in Operation Freshman. The Grouse team will remain stranded in the Norwegian mountains. And inside the Vemork plant, the Nazis advance their nuclear program with the help of geniuses like Werner Heisenberg. The Germans are maximizing production of heavy water, a molecularly altered version of water which slows the speed of neutrons. For it is the neutron that is used to tear uranium atoms in two, nuclear fission, in the process releasing more neutrons and a terrifying amount of energy. With enough heavy water, the Nazis can moderate the emission of neutrons and spark a chain reaction of atomic division. This reaction, the Allies know, may be the basis for the world's first nuclear bomb. Six men jump from a British aircraft into the wilderness. Led by 23-year-old Joachim Roneberg, these paratroopers are Norwegian specialists, an elite stealth unit fluent in hand-to-hand combat and marksmanship. Each man carries light weapons, a pair of skis, and, in case of capture, a suicide pill. If the Grouse team has indeed survived winter in the mountains, they will be here. Roneberg and the others scour the icy bluffs and slopes of Telemark, Norway for days. The Grouse team's food supplies ran out months ago, but Roneberg discovers them alive. They've hunted reindeer and eaten moss to survive. Now this combined team prepares for its mission. They must infiltrate the plant and destroy its heavy water supply and production chambers. On February 27th, as the pale sun sinks behind the mountains, the Gunnerside team skis into position. The plant stands on the far side of a ravine. The only apparent means of access is a bridge wedged between snowy cliffs, suspended 700 feet over the Mana River. White light pitches out from watchtowers, tracing the dreaded silhouettes of Nazis on patrol. And mines and electrified barbed wire are scattered around the perimeter. Roneberg cannot risk a headlong assault. He leads the team away from the bridge, and the commandos rappel into the ravine. They ford across a shallow pocket of the freezing river, and as Nazi guards pace overhead, the men toss up frozen grappling hooks and scale the far cliffside. They pull themselves up and reach a railway that leads directly to the plant, but German guards stand by the gate. Ronneberg and his team have memorized secretly obtained blueprints of the plant and guard schedules. At midnight, as expected, the guards change post, and in the intervening minutes, the team cuts the gate lock and sneaks into the facility yard. One half of the Gunnerside team takes position, steadying their guns to provide cover for Ronneberg and the other 3 members of the demolition team. If the Germans leave their barracks, the Norwegians will go down shooting. Ronneberg and the demolition team at last locate the target building, but the basement that contains the heavy water chambers is locked. Breaching the door will raise the alarms and draw out the guards. Ronneberg is forced to take his chances in the narrow cable tunnel. Stray pipes and cables offer barely enough space for Ronneberg and one partner, Kaiser, to squeeze through. In a long, wordless crawl, they descend into the heart of the plant. Ronneberg and Kaiser drop into the basement. A Norwegian plant worker is taken by surprise, and Kaiser holds him back at gunpoint. Sympathetic to the Norwegian resistance, the plant worker watches as Ronneberg places explosive charges on the machinery. The men of the demolition team then release their captive, light the 2-minute fuses, and run. They descend back into the ravine, sliding for holds and clefts in the hillside, and they sense the stifled thud of the explosion. The alarms of the Wehrmacht plant soon wail overhead. Searchlights sweep over the yard as Ronneberg and the others steal across the river, scale the gorge, and take to their skis. The Gunnerside team disappears into a blizzard. Thousands of Germans give them chase, keen to capture and execute every one of them, for the Germans' supply of heavy water and their capacity to make more have been decimated. Hitler was already several years away from a nuclear weapon, and the gutted basement of the Wehrmacht plant represents a disastrous setback. Ronneberg and the others have split into groups as the Nazis hunt them. Some of the commandos look to remain in Norway for immediate resistance work. Others ski to the point of exhaustion, hundreds of miles in the hope of reaching neutral Sweden. Each of these Norwegians has borne witness to the bloody occupation of his homeland, and each man eludes capture, escapes to safety, and continues the fight for liberation. World War II is an unbelievably complex conflict, and I really love how today's sponsor, Call of War, placed me right into the epic chaos of the era. Call of War is a free online player versus player strategy game in which you command a real country, making alliances in war on up to 100 online players in real-time games that can last for weeks. And if you click on the link in the description right now, you'll get 13,000 gold and 1 month of a premium subscription for free. Since you can play with the same account on both PC and mobile, you can carefully choose and perfect your own strategy and rally units and secret weapons to overwhelm your enemies. The exclusive offer for 13,000 gold and 1 month of a premium subscription is available to all History Dose viewers for only the next 30 days. So click that link now and get started on your mission to take over the world.